Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to Granny B's house. Is it a good day where you are? Oh, I hope so. Are you remembering to be kind to all those people around you? I'm pretty sure you are because I've been telling you that a lot. Well, today I have a story about the brand new kid at school, written by Katie Couric and illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. I don't know if you've ever been the new kid or if you've had a new kid in your class who's a little bit different, but let's read about how these two young ladies handled it. Ellie McSnelly and Carrie O'Toole were running and laughing. Their first day of school was today, and they wondered just what was in store. Would this be a good year, or would it be a bore? They kept fingers crossed they'd be in the same class, and on a big table that they had to pass, they checked to find out to which room they should go. McSnelly, 240. O'Toole, I don't know. Oh, here it is, dear. You're 240 as well. 240 meant they would both have Miss Kincaid, the best teacher by far in the whole second grade. They took their seats quickly. Miss Kincaid called the roll. Emily Allen, here. Tyler Antoli, here. Peter Barsinski and Raquel Brooks, here too. She went down the list till she was all through. Then she got to the boy who was not in her book. We have a new student. They all turned to look. His name is a different one, Laszlo S. Gasky. He's new to our school and our town of Dulaski. Please welcome him here. Won't you all say hi? But the students just turned and stared at the new guy. His hair was so blonde, why, it looked almost white. It stuck out all over. It didn't look right. His lips were bright pink, his eyes very blue. He looked at his feet and he fidgeted too. He was quiet at first, then yelled out, "Hello!" His booming voice so loud it made Ellie say, "Whoa!" The other kids laughed. Gee, this new boy was weird. Too different and strange to fit in, they feared. Oh, they're being so mean to him. They're throwing things and making faces. Now, class, Miss Kincaid said, her voice shrill and tight. Let's focus on learning and getting things right. She turned from the students. White chalk was her tool. As she wrote, "Welcome back to Brookhaven School." Oh, they are not being kind to that new child. They sharpened their pencils and picked up their books. All morning long, they kept sneaking him looks. They headed to gym class, a quick softball game. When they went to pick teams, no one mentioned his name. At lunch, Ricky Jensen, who thought he was cool, made everyone laugh when he shouted, "Hey, fool!" Oh, as Laszlo was leaving the line with his tray, someone tripped him and his food went every which way. This makes me very sad. Granny B doesn't like it when kids are mean to each other. The students all froze as they saw Laszlo's face with French fries and ketchup all over the place. So these first weeks were lonely for this brand new kid. They made fun of him, all that he said and he did. So he kept his head bowed and stopped trying to please and simply prepared for the next taunt or tease. Oh, poor Laszlo. This makes Granny B very sad. One day after school, Ellie walked out the door and she saw someone there she hadn't seen before. A lady whose face looked so tired and worn. She had tears in her eyes and she seemed so forlorn. "Who is that?" Ellie asked of a student she saw. "Oh, that's Laszlo's mother," said Susie McGraw. "Her son's having trouble. She might pull him out. This school may be wrong for him. She's full of doubt." Ellie watched Mrs. Gasky as she walked toward her car. She thought about how things were going so far, about Laszlo and how he felt different and strange, and wondered aloud what she could arrange. "I've got it," she said. "I'll ask him to play at my house or his after school ends one day." The next morning she walked up to him at his locker. "Would you like to come over and maybe play soccer?" Stunned, he said, "Please come to my house and play." So Ellie said, "Sure, I can. Let's pick a day." "How about Thursday?" he asked with a smile, a look that hadn't been on his face for a while. They walked home from school with their books in their arms, passing meadows and fields and a couple of farms. They arrived at his door, greeted by his French poodle, and Mrs. Gasky was there with a plate of warm strudel. Ooh, yum. As they munched on the pastry, they made quite a mess, and Laszlo said, "Do you know how to play chess?" Ellie said, "Yes, but I'm not all that great." "That's okay," he replied, but soon he said, "Checkmate." The afternoon ended, and Ellie said, "This was fun." Laszlo just smiled and said, "Hey, thanks a ton for coming to my house and being my friend at a school in a town where I just don't fit in." At school the next day, the kids stopped her and said, "You were walking with Laszlo. Are you sick in the head?" Ellie paused and replied, "Now I know him, you see. Laszlo isn't that different from you or from me. He's terrific at chess, and his mom's really sweet. Playing soccer, the guy doesn't have 2 left feet. He may look slightly strange, have an accent and stuff, but if you knew him, you'd like him. It wouldn't be tough." Carrie looked at her friend and she thought for a while, and when Laszlo walked up, she gave him a big smile. "Hey, Ellie. Hey, Aunt Laszlo. Do you want to go play?" And they all walked outside on a beautiful day. Well, sometimes all it takes is for just one person to reach out to that new kid and get to know him and introduce him to other people in a different way. So if you've ever been that new kid and felt left out, you know how Laszlo feels. And if you've ever been one of those kids who were mean to a new kid, shame on you. Don't do that again. We need to be kind to all those people around us, even the new kids. Okay? Let's all remember to be kind, and let's remember that Granny B loves you and wants you to come back and see her real soon. Okay? Bye-bye.